In this video, we are having a look at part 2 of our shortcuts that you can use within Excel to save you time. In this video, we are having a look at the function keys F2 and F4, and then we are also having a look at the keyboard shortcuts that you can use for carrying out cut, copy and paste within your spreadsheets. So first of all, we'll have a look at the function 2 key. So the F2 key on your keyboard can be used within Excel. Now this shortcut feature for it may not seem massively useful, but recently on a course we did tell somebody and he said that it was very useful and wished he'd known about it weeks ago. When you select any cell in your spreadsheet, down at the bottom, if you look here in the bottom left, you'll see at the moment it says it's in ready mode. You might not have noticed this before or paid much attention. However, if I select an empty cell and type a number, you'll now notice that the mode has changed. It's now in enter mode. If I now press the left or right arrow on my keyboard, it straight away moves to the next cell. If I now double click back into this cell though, down the bottom it now says it's in edit mode. This edit mode is what the F2 shortcut allows you to do. So if I select up here where we've got September abbreviated and press F2, you'll see straight away it goes in and I can edit what the text says. Now the reason why this F2 key can be very useful is, for example, if I typed in the number 2 and then actually I wanted 12, if I press F2 it allows me to press the arrow to the left, type in a 1 and hit enter. Whereas if I had just pressed the left key, it would have moved to the next cell. So that's the F2 key in Excel. Moving on to the F4 key. This key is very useful and used for when you're actually using cell references in calculations, specifically when you want to change one to be an absolute reference. If I go into this formula to edit it, this B1 cell, I actually want to make this an absolute reference. We have got other hints and tips on this in more detail if you want to have a look. This particular bit, we're just having a look at the shortcut for it. So the F4 key, what it does is it goes through changing the cell reference you selected, going through all the absolute options you can have, taking it back to a relative reference. It's the same again, I'll press it a few more times and as you can see on the screen it goes through adding in those dollar signs, finally going back to it just being cell B1. So that's the F4 key in Excel. Finally, we'll have a quick look at the keyboard shortcuts for cut, copy and paste. Now these are standard throughout all the packages, so you may know these from other ones. If not, this will be useful to know and you can use them in all the Microsoft Office packages. To copy something, the shortcut for that is Ctrl+C. You'll see that it is copying it as you've got a dotted line around. If I select somewhere in my spreadsheet and do the shortcut for paste, which is Ctrl+V, you can see it's now pasted that option in my spreadsheet. So that's copy and paste. To cut something, if I select this second cell that I've just pasted, the shortcut for cut is Ctrl+X. You'll see the dotted line is around it again. I'm going to move up to another cell, paste again, which is Ctrl+V. You can see it is now cut it from one cell and moved it to another. So that was just looking at cut, copy and paste using those shortcut keys that you can use on your keyboard. So this was just part 2 of looking at some shortcuts for use in Excel to save you some time.